PPL Army strong. What is going on, guys? It is Brian. How are you? I need to hear this, man. I haven't talked to you guys in a minute, so I am extremely excited to be on this. It is fun to get back to you. Yeah, Don. What's up, Charles? How are you guys? Dude, you guys are my fucking favorite, honestly. You know, I do webinars all over the place. I'm doing podcasts. I'm doing Amazon. I'm building apps. I'm consulting for companies, all kinds of shit, right? But you guys are 100% my favorite group. The Army is where my heart is, dude. I am so stoked. Can you give me a 1, a 2, a keyboard head smash? Let me hear it, guys. Where you at? What's up, Charles? Craig Benton, Dave Jones, DLC. We got Don on. We got Dustin. We got Ethan, Gary, Graham, Jared, Leonardo, Mark Oliver, Matt Coleman, Paula K, Pete Schultz, Phil Haar, Ron, what's up? Shane Karp, Steve Cobb, Tino Watkins, and Troy. Dude, guys, it is good to have you here. Thank you for being here. Keyboard Head Smash is coming in with a fury. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Listen, I have a good one for you. I haven't run a PPL Army webinar in a minute, so I am extremely excited for this. Who's with me? Can I get a 1 or a 2? Please give me a Keyboard Head Smash. Let's see it. A 1 and a 2 from Shane. Don, nice. Who's first? Okay, Gary hit me with the Keyboard Head Smash. That's awesome, guys. All right, so here's the deal, PPL Army soldiers. You guys are my peeps, right? So all bullshit goes away when I'm talking to you, when I'm helping you with stuff. If you're new to the Army and you're just jumping on a webinar with me, I would highly recommend putting in some headphones because I drop some F-bombs here and there, and we just get real. We just, honestly, we take the gloves off, we talk shit, and we really just make it happen because we're here to make money. We're here to build a real passive income, guys, with Paper Lead. It's the easiest fucking way on the planet. I do a lot. Trust me, I've got 9 businesses. Paper Lead is the one that allows me to do that, right? It allows me to get out there and build these businesses, you know, and the time to say fuck all and just hang out with my family and go to Jamaica, which I'm going to do here soon. For business purposes, of course, because it's a write-off. How's everyone? Talk to me like a hoe, Don says. What the fuck? What is wrong with you, son? Okay, guys, so let's get real. What are we talking about today? So here, you know, the theme of the week. You know, first, before we actually get into the theme of the week, I want to know how many of you guys have had your eyes on this beautiful creation, thematic weekly topic, mapped out Mondays, tips and tricks Tuesdays, Webby Wednesdays, which is what you're on right now, Thursday Q&A, feedback Friday. Have you guys seen this? Give me a 1 if you've seen it. Give me a 2 if you have not. Give me a 2 and you might catch a backhand. Awesome. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Big kiss. Okay, so here's the deal. We are going to go through every week, and I want to just get this real clear. You know, I think one of the things that was frustrating me in 2016 was seeing how many people out there in the Army. I mean, we've got, you know, almost 2,000 people now in this Army. And we're out there and not taking action, not doing the very simple things it takes to be successful. Really simple, guys. This is not rocket science. You know, the best things are simple, right? Beatles songs with 4 chords, and Paper Lead is very simple as well. But you have to be action. That's what I do sit-ups. I can do some for you. I can show you, like, my form. I can put you through training courses. I can get your nutrition on point. But if you really want a six-pack, you're going to have to do the sit-ups, right? You want a big chest, you got to do the push-ups, okay? So in the Army, what we're going to do is start theming every day and ultimately theming every week. So you guys will be here. You'll know the repetition. You'll know the routine. And you'll have no damn excuse not to be successful and really build, you know, any size income you want. You can go to 6 figures like me and the generals. You guys can, you know, keep it wherever you want. What you determine your level of involvement. This is like Fight Club, okay? You determine your level of involvement. You can call me Tyler Durden, right? Because on a long enough timeline, the survival rate for everybody drops to 0. So you might as well take full advantage of this. Who's with me? Can I get a hell yeah? Nice, Shane. You're first. Lots of them coming in. Nice, Don. Okay, guys. All right, cool. What did you say? Leonardo, good to see you. He says, I found 2 clients that are realtors. I started with the Army yesterday. Need to figure out how to get leads by next week. Some advice would be nice. Dude, I'm going to show you a free way to do it. So anyway, guys, I want to go over the basics here. Every week you're going to see this, this image here, the PPL Army week. and it's going to talk about everything, what we're doing, when we're doing, et cetera, et cetera. Now, if you are on this webinar and you are not a paid member of the PPL Army, because I posted this in the group where we do have some unpaid members, you're missing out. Go to pplarmy.com, sign up. It's $97 a month, best $97 a month you'll ever invest, period. Okay, we've got hundreds of hours of training on the back end. You can build a real passive income with this business model. Also, if you're in client SEO, get out. Client is the new word for boss. And, I had the very successful client SEO business, 100 clients, close to that, just under 100. I had the big office. I had the 15 people working for me. It was a nightmare, okay, especially if you're in client SEO. Oh, man, and you're at the whim of Google, getting bitch slapped by Google left and right. So make the transition to PPL Army. And PPL in general, pay-per-lead, right? It's so easy if you have clients just to transition them over. You'll make more. You'll become the third leg on the table, and they can't live without you. And then they are your bitch. You are not their bitch. That's the way it works. Let's get into this. Who's excited, guys? So what we're talking about today, guys, is we are talking about how to drive a flood of leads to your partners. Okay, last week we talked about how to get partners on the easy. Super easy to get partners, guys. Not a huge deal. We talked a lot about that, okay? This week, we're talking about how to drive a flood of traffic to your sites, a.k.a. leads to your partners. Super cheap, if not completely free, and most of what I cover here today is completely free. Who likes making money for free? Can I get a hell yeah again? Give me hell yeah number 2. Yeah, Don, is client SEO out the door? Absolutely, dude. Yeah, I have a handful of clients. They're my homies. We have become friends over the many, many years. I charge them through the nose, and they pay me. That's the best way to lock down SEO clients. It's the going joke in PPL, right? You want to get a client, like an SEO client, tell them about your pay-per-lead business, and they'll go, "Oh, can you do it for me?" No, dude, not unless you're going to give me 15 or 30 grand a month. How about you just pay me every time I perform? Okay, right. Yeah, okay. You guys type it in hell yeah, too. You guys are hilarious. Okay, nice. So let's get going with this thing, guys. If you have questions, hit me with them along the way. Okay, again, as I said, guys, I'm really happy. I'm really happy to be with you. I don't know if you can tell, right? Like, I do a lot of webinars. This is, believe it or not, this is my second webinar of the night. I was doing another one over on the Amazon side of things. And it was kind of boring. I mean, to be honest with you, don't tell anybody I said that. But I don't get to be my 100% self. I think, in the Army, I feel very authentic. And this is my first place that I've really fell in love with, my first community that I built. And God, I love you guys. Okay, enough of that. We can bro it out later. Have a nice little bromance with everybody. But here's what we're talking about today. Okay, free or low cost ways to drive a flood of new leads to your sites and your partners. Okay, that said, let's focus in here, soldiers. If you've got Facebook open, if you're on your phone, if you've got the dog licking your balls, whatever is going on in your room right now that you're listening to this webinar, kick them out. This is different. You're paying for this. Get the most out of your PPL Army membership, okay? So close everything down, right? Grab your pen. I'll wait. Give me a 1 when you are focused. If I don't get a couple hundred ones here, let me get a 1. Beautiful. Lots of ones, guys. I appreciate it. Not to get all woo-woo on you guys, but the power of full engagement, if you've heard me talk about it, it is real. Okay? So when you fully engage in something, you absorb it. You cannot multitask. There is no such thing. Don't let anybody tell you any fucking different. You can't multitask, including yourself. Don't let yourself tell you different. Multitasking is a literal impossibility. Once you get that through your mind, then you start to focus on one thing. That's how you start becoming productive. Why do you think I have 9 businesses that are all successful? You have to learn how to focus. Okay, guys? So focus. Now, let's get into it, okay? Meat and potatoes time. Let me get a keyboard head smash. Let's do it. All right, guys. Nice, Shane. That's awesome. Dude, I think Shane knocked himself clear unconscious with that one. That was like one of the best ones I've seen. Okay. 1, classifieds. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about with classifieds? All right, so this is going to be interactive. Obviously, I don't have anything to sell or pitch you guys here, so we're going to jump out right to my browser, okay? My favorite classified, you guys probably guessed it, right, is Craigslist. Okay, so I love Craigslist. And you guys, I mean, do I need to go to Craigslist to show you what Craigslist is? Let's do it. Why not? Okay. Craigslist. Boom. Craigslist is a fantastic service. You can get all kinds of things on Craigslist. You can get anything you want, including love. You can find love, or you could pay for it. Now, the real reason we're on Craigslist is because we're going to put our partner services in front of potential people that are looking for their plumbing, roofing, etc. Okay? That makes a lot of sense to you guys. Now, here's the beauty of Craigslist. It's free, right? Get out there. If you are just starting out in pay-per-lead, you don't have money. You're struggling to pay the bills. Dude, we've all been there. I've been there. Hard. Lived in my car for many years. Go to Craigslist. Okay? Just find a partner, which we covered all last week, and then go to Craigslist. Start posting like your life depends on it, because it does. If you're struggling to pay the bills, go to Craigslist. Okay? Find the partner, close the partner. If you are not good at finding and closing partners, there is somebody in the Army that will be. I promise you that. Okay? So find that person, partner with them, have them close the partner, and then go to Craigslist. And start posting like your life depends on it, like your business depends on it, because it does, guys. Okay? It's free. It's easy. I know this sounds obvious, but I can't tell you how many people I talk to, how many different quote-unquote paper leaders. I don't really consider the people that are not actively driving leads and getting paid for it paper leaders. There's a lot of paper wanters out there, not paper leaders. Okay? So if you are actively out there doing this, then congrats. That's awesome. Craigslist is so cool, man. And come on, it's free. And by the way, like the 11th or 12th most visited website in the planet. Okay. Also, one of the things that completely frustrates me is when people go, oh, I'm broke, or I can't pay the bills, or paper lead is hard, or et cetera, et cetera. I've just laid it out for you right here. This is a free, easy, super simple, I told you it wasn't rocket science, way to drive leads. All right. So go to Craigslist. Now, you want to automate that a little bit, right? So going out here and posting in the services section, let's say legal. Let's say you've got an attorney partner. You go out here, you come up to the top right, you hit post. Okay, you post it there. Here's what I like to do. I like to create images. Images convert. Okay, you can post your service there, create an image. You can host it anywhere and put it inside of. Now, you want to create a clickable image. Now, if you guys don't know how to do that, it's as easy as hyperlinking it, okay? Just put it. You just have to change the image source. Okay, so it's really, really easy. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. If you guys want me to do a little tutorial on that, I can. It's just going to drag down the momentum. But I like to hyperlink my images to go to my paper lead site. Okay, now, let's say you don't have a site yet. You're still struggling. You're just trying to get going here, and you go, oh shit, I need a site. No, you don't. You can come out to look at all of these here, right? What do they have in common? Every single one of these, they either got an email or a phone number that you can call, right? So what if I want to contact this person? I just have to hit reply. That's an email. Now, you can get paid for those emails. All you have to have is an email system. You can forward that to your partner. Okay? Now, this is really good. Now, you likely, if you're posting 3 to 5 different Craigslist ads a day, you will get, I'd say, I don't know, maybe 1, 2 calls, just depending, right? You've got to be consistent, though. Consistency is key. And you can take this up a notch, right? So you can go into any city in the world for this. But one of the things I like to do, and I've done myself over the 10 years of being a paper leader, an active paper leader, is I've built my own team to do Craigslist posting for me. Okay? Now, where and how did I do that? By the way, extremely inexpensive to do this. You know why? Because I go to Craigslist to find Craigslist posting professionals, right? Novel. And I'll tell you who are the best at this. The Filipinos and Filipinas out there that I employ full-time to do this in many, many, many American cities. Now, this will work also around the world, anywhere Craigslist is, right? So CL Worldwide, I don't know if you noticed, Africa. If you're a paper leader in Africa, hit me up, dude, because I want to talk to you. All right, Europe, Asia, okay, the Americas, Middle East, Oceania. I don't even know where Oceania is, but if you're a paper leader in there, my hat's off to you, all right? Point being, I like to go to Craigslist to find my Craigslist posters, and the best place to find Filipinos and Filipinas is Craigslist.ph. Okay, so here it is up here. You don't even have to type all that junk in. You can just go Craigslist.ph. It'll bring you right there. Who's been to Craigslist PH? Hit me up. Let me get a 1 if you've been to Craigslist PH. Don says, my girlfriend is Filipino. I'm going to ask her to post it. Dude, she'll probably be just like genetically good at that. She got the DNA already. Nice. Charles, he lives there. Awesome. Nice, man. Very cool. All right, guys. So I come here. You can come down. You can make a post, right? You can say, hey, I have a gig for you, right? Or you can find a job. Obviously, go to marketing here, right? There's lots of people that have resumes there, too. They're all over the place. Filipinos are awesome. Listen, I've tried this in India. It didn't work as well. I find that India, they don't have the same sense of pride as working for an entrepreneur, no matter where you are. And certainly if you're in America, there's pride there for Filipinos and Filipinas working for an American, which is fantastic. Thomas says, how much do I pay? I have them on staff full time, but when I first started out, guys, I was paying them per live post. Here's the dirty secret about Craigslist that you don't know, maybe you do. It's called ghosting. You'll get a post up there and it won't go live, although Craigslist will tell you it goes live because they're sneaky like that. So they've actually got a pretty sophisticated algorithm behind the scenes now. They didn't used to. It used to be a hell of a lot easier. But there are tricks and tips to get around Craigslist posting. A lot of the people you hire will already know that. But long story short here, you want to make sure that your Craigslist post is different. So what I like to do is go out and create, 10 templates. 10 different templates for the same exact partner that I'm trying to drive leads to, whether they're images that are different or it's, different language altogether. I'll also have different accounts if you want to get really nasty with it. What we do is go out and we get different, we work off of different virtual servers, and they all post all day long. I mean, we've got hundreds of Craigslist ads going up sometimes a day. So I find them on Craigslist. And to answer your question, what do you pay per live, non-ghosted ad? That's all I pay for. Performance. I am in that business after all. It gets very, very cheap, like 5 cents to a quarter sometimes. I think on the high end, you pay 40 cents. That said, there are other companies out there that will do it for you, like Pro Craigslist. I haven't used them specifically, but I heard that many people have, and they're very effective. This is, of course, not an affiliate advertisement. I just know that they're out there. If you use them and you have a great experience, let me know. Another one, Upwork, guys. So if you haven't been to Upwork, you can hire people to do this for you. Go put it out there. Upwork is the place where you can find a freelancer. Say, hey, Craigslist posting. Let's see if I can find it live. Ready? Craigslist posting. Okay, if I could spell Craigslist, that would be even better. Oh, look, I found it anyway. Okay, one more time, guys. I'm trying to type around my microphone. Craigslist posting. There we go. There you go. Ad Posting Pro. Ad posting. Now, you could just find these people and contact them, or on sites like Upwork, there's also Freelancer, very, very effective. You can just put the listing out there and pay per successful Craigslist post. And then what you do is you have your virtual workers, right, from Upwork or from Craigslist, or if they're from Freelancer, you have them fill out a spreadsheet. You can keep it inside of a Google Drive. That's what we do. And every time something goes live, they grab the URL, throw it in the spreadsheet. I check to make sure they're all live, and then they get paid. It's fantastic. Very successful, very automated system. And once you start scaling up, here's the beauty, especially in the Philippines, you can hire one person who typically has friends that can manage the whole crew, and you're hands off. Who likes being hands off? Who likes passive income? This is passive and nearly free, and if you're doing it yourself, guys, this is free. Right? Yeah, awesome. Lots of ones. Lots of keyboard head smashes. Nice. Joey. Okay, cool. So that's number one, guys. That is probably my favorite. It's the most obvious for a reason, because it works. Okay? Before I get out of this, let me come back here. There's other areas you can go to, and I want to pull this up, okay? Onlinejobs.ph. Another great place. So actually, John Jonas, I know, the founder of Online Jobs, been around for a while now, kind of has become one of the hubs for all Filipino workers. And this is a great place. You do have to pay for a membership here, so be careful if you're really looking to jump into it. You've got the time and the cash to really build a team. That's a fantastic spot to do it. Also, Backpage. A lot of people will post on Backpage for you. A lot of people forget about Backpage, but here's the beauty of Backpage. I don't know why, and I don't know if this will last forever, but Backpage for a long time, if you optimize your keywords your title and the keywords inside of your title and key phrases inside of your listing, and then just do some blatant old school 2004 keyword stuffing inside of your Backpage.com listing, and you make sure you're going after the long tail, I would say in demographics that are small, right? So you don't want to go after Chicago. This won't work. But say you go after like a very small town, and that's your market, that's your partner's market. These things rank on the first page of Google with very little work. It's insane how it works. So when there's very little competition, getting on the first page of Google is great, and you'll be there until your ad comes down, right? So Craigslist, they come down a lot faster. Backpage, they last longer. And guys, also another thing I want to teach you here about the classifieds, a lot of people just stop at Craigslist. Don't do that. Go to Backpage, right? There are advantages to doing that. Not to mention, if you are sending them to your site, you get link diversity there, right? So that's a huge part of SEO is link diversity and relevance, right? And there's so much authority with these two sites, it helps. I mean, it's not a giant boost. It's not going to push your website to the first page overnight, but it will help, okay? Also, local classifieds. Now, I'm not going to go through the process of finding them for you, but look for your Chamber of Commerce. Okay, that's a great place to post classifieds free most of the time, right? If you've got any sounding boards in your area, libraries, things like that, virtually, go there and post some ads too. They last forever, and what the heck, it takes you 10 minutes. I mean, what if it develops into 10 calls and you're getting $200 a call, which is low, by the way, in legal, which is kind of the niche we were talking about. Let's say you're getting $250, which is average in legal. For 10 calls over the year, that's $2,500 returned on a $0 investment. Very real possibility, by the way. It's a $0 investment. And how much time did it take you? Really, how much time did it take you to go out to a Chamber of Commerce and post your listing for your partner? Right? Yeah, can I get an amen? Who's into that? Let me hear it. Let me hear amen up in here. Penny Saver. Yeah, Penny Saver is good too, Don. Really, really good. That's another really good thought. Here's the beauty of working and talking to you guys, doing these, these webinars. I learn from you guys too. It's awesome. You guys learn from me. I learn from you. It's very symbiotic. Let's sing Kumbaya. Okay, guys. So let's move on. So classifieds. There it is. All right. Keep that one. Take it with you. I know it sounds obvious, but just use some of these strategies. Hopefully, one or two of those little tips there got your brain spinning. Okay, classifieds is one. That is an awesome resource. As I said, 99% of the time, 100% free. Okay, 2, Facebook groups. How many of you guys are actively, and I know Don, what's up, man? How many of you guys are actively out there, right? And in Facebook groups, now I know you're in the PPL Army group and you're in a whole bunch of other ones, but how many of you are out there in local groups? Let me get a 1 if you're in local groups. Let me get a 2 if you had no idea that this was a way to build free leads. Don says 1. Leonardo says 2. Steve, 2. Lots of 2s coming in. Couple 1s. Okay. All right, guys. So Facebook groups. Let me talk to you about that. It is both for leads and for partners, right? So this is something that I was actually turned on to this week. It's a great spot for leads. It's a great spot for also getting partners. I'm going to hop out of here and show you. So here's how we do it. Come on over to your trusty Facebook, your friendly local Facebook, and all you want to do is type in the city that you're targeting here. So I'm just going to do Chicago. I am in downtown Chicago. Holler at me if you're in Chicago. Okay, and come on over here to groups. All right, you can do this on your phone. You can do this on your desktop. Doesn't really make a difference. All right, now I'm going to show you. I'm in a lot of these groups already, but all you need to do is click the join. The Women's March on Chicago. You know what? I cancel that request. I don't want to be in there. Where else? Chicago Sell and Trade. Fantastic group. I have made a lot of money there. Chicago Area Resources for Employment. Probably not what we're looking for. Now, all you're going to do is you're going to go through each one of these and say, hey, which one is going to be good for me? Just from the title. Then join a whole bunch of them. You get in almost all the time, right? And I mean, within no time, like minutes for these bigger ones. Look at this one, Legit Hustle Chicago. I'm in this, 85,000 members. How huge is that? But let me show you here. Chicago Sell and Trade. Now, these type of groups are considered to be buy and sell, quote unquote, throw in my air quotes, buy and sell groups, so that you can sell something. You can start a discussion, do a poll. There is more. You can add a file. Okay, you can create a photo album. And what if you had ads from your Craigslist ads, the same images you're using to post all the time? You can create a photo album there. Create an event. What if you had a sale coming up, right? What if there's a special on roofing for your roofing partner coming up in a week? Why not create an event and start the buzz now? That way, when you do go live, you post about it, and you get a heck of a lot more. Building that, guys, from a marketing perspective, building anticipation is everything. Okay? It's all about the anticipation. So go out there, start doing events. I've done that successfully many, many, many times when we've got sales coming up, both in pay-per-lead and other businesses. It's a psychological tactic. It works very, very well. Okay? Let's see. What are we selling today, guys? Guys, give me a vertical. What vertical are you in? Throw it in here, and I'll show you how it works. Real estate. All right, Leonardo, you're in real estate. Also, you are my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Okay, so let's say you're selling a home, right? So home here, what's the price? $2 million, whatever you're looking for. I mean, I don't know if that's in your budget, but let's just say it is. And your zip code. Now, describe your item. How about a photo? Right? So your zip code, 60610, that's Chicago. Describe my home. This is a house. You can go out and find an image. Let's do that. Okay. Chicago home. Make sure you've got some good images. Guys, images convert all the time, right? So that's definitely the kind of trick on this is you want to make sure that your images look really good. Hopefully I saved that correctly. And we'll add that photo. Okay, come over here. Ready to go, downloads. Fantastic. Home for sale. I mean, obviously you want to spice this up a little bit. Now, what I would do in here is I would also say contact me at, throw some phone numbers in there, right? Throw some emails in there, right? If that's mobile, people can do it with one click, and that's a lead for you. I don't know what you're getting, Leonardo, but per lead, but this is a pretty good way to do it. So post it out there. Some of these groups will make you approve. Some do not, like this one, okay? It's a home for sale. This is a house, right? How easy was that, guys? Can I get a 1 if you guys think this is a good idea and you're going to try this? Let me get a 1, okay? This is a house. Call me at et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right? 312-555-5555. Why did they, remember all the old school movies? It's like, my number's 555-555. Why did they pick that number? All right, guys, so there you go. Look at that. Now, somebody go check that out on mobile. That's going to be a click-to-call button. Guys, it doesn't get any easier or more free than that, okay? All right, guys. Also, I'm going to talk about the next level strategy. Let me get a 1, let me get a 2, let me get the keyboard head smash. If you guys want to hear next level strategy on this, on Facebook groups. Who's still listening? Who's engaged here? I want to make sure you're still with me. Let me see it. Shane Karp is with me. Nice keyboard head smash. Leonardo's here. Who else? I'm not going to do it until I get some more. There we go. There's everybody. You guys were sleeping on me. Don't sleep. I'm gonna talk to you the whole damn time. All right, so let's take it up a notch, guys. How about, and I know you guys have seen me do this a lot, how about starting your own group? Okay, a couple of things are going to happen, right? Now, there are some SEO tactics I want to talk about here, both internally to Facebook as well as externally to Google, okay, as well as just the outside and ancillary advantage of having a group in your demographic, in your city that you're targeting for your partners. Okay, if you start your own group, you can call it, let's say, give me a city here, guys. What's a city? Give me a city you're in. Let's see. You know what? Okay, you guys are being slow, man. I don't like slow. Okay, Columbus. So Columbus. You want to come on down here to groups? I'm in a ton of groups, but you can create your own group. All right? What are we going to call this? Columbus Buy and Sell Group. Okay? I didn't spell that correctly, did I? There we go. Now, Columbus, where? Shane, there's a bunch of Columbus, Ohio? Ohio. Okay. Columbus, Ohio, buy and sell group. Now, you can do buy and sell, right? You'll get more people inside of a buy and sell group. However, what I want you to do, let's talk about your vertical. What vertical are you in, Shane? HVAC. Okay, Columbus, Ohio. HVAC provider review. Now, if you have a website, if you've got the lead multiplier installed, and you've already got a name for your site, you want to use the name of your site. Hopefully, that's already keyword stuffed or created from keywords. Let's say that instead. Okay, but that's what I would call this, right? Because you want to do two things. You want keywords in there, right? So maybe we could say HVAC provider review, and then come over here and say, something else like air conditioning. Whatever. You guys know how to do. Air conditioning, heating, and cooling, right? Columbus, Ohio. You could do that too. All right. And then what's going to happen is Facebook is, through the sheer power of Facebook, people are going to find your group. Okay. Not only that, you can go out and promote your group in other groups. So if you've got a Columbus Universal, very generic buy and sell group, right, you can go out and say, hey, listen, guys, I've got a really good HVAC provider group over here. Why don't you join? Drop the link. It'll populate with a nice social share image, and that's how you can build your groups. That's how I build my groups. You can start adding people as well. If you've got a list of emails, you could do that, right? You could find that, and you can also have them added too. So you can just put the email in here. I think you can't do more than one at a time, but if you've got some good emails, they're in Ohio, why not? Take the time or pay somebody to do it. Okay, and then you want to just make it a public group. As easy as that. Pin it to your shortcuts, hit create, you are done. Give it some time. Over time, guys, this group will grow. Facebook's algorithm is smart. Okay, it suggests groups. God, how many groups do I have now? I think I'm on like 10 groups or something. I'll probably bump that up in 2017 to over 100 for pay-per-lead, as well as other needs and strategies. But these groups grow organically. They grow on their own. They grow due to engagement. So that's one of the tricks, is you want to make sure that you're engaged in there. You can go to Hootsuite and post once a day. That's easy. Just automate it. Right? So, guys, this is another really great way to go. You can get HVAC providers from that. And once your group grows to a really great size, right, of people looking for HVAC services or whatever your vertical is, right, then you will have a steady tap of people coming to you for your services. Technically, you're pushing it through to your partner, and you're getting paid for those leads. You're doing next to nothing. Imagine if you went to this group. Let's talk a little bit more, a few more tips on the group idea. Put your phone number and your email up here, okay? There's also another trick in groups. Now, I don't know if I can show you this, and they just added this, so it may not be fully rolled out yet. But if I go to, where do I go? I think it's settings, manage group, possibly. Member requests. Let's let Champagne D in, just because I like her name. Okay, it wasn't that. Let me come back to manage group, perhaps. Okay, I'll figure it out for you guys, and I won't waste too much time here. But there's a way in some of these groups. I may just not have it on PPL Army yet. It's brand new to Facebook, but they're rolling out a way. When somebody requests to join a group, they can be presented with any number of questions immediately as a pop-up that you determine. And you write the questions, too. So let's say someone would come out into the Army and say, hey, I'd love to be a member. They click the join button. It will be a pop-up, and that's a really good opportunity to get information on people. Hey, do you have an HVAC need right now? If you do, great. What's your phone number? What's your email? We'll get right to you. Nobody's doing this, guys. This is cutting-edge, bleeding-edge information I'm giving you right now. Nobody's doing it. Damn it. I wish I freaking knew how to do it for you guys. I should have looked into this a little bit more before I did it with you guys live. I'm not sure, guys. I will figure this out for you, okay? We're not a study group. We're kind of study group, whatever. Okay, I will let you know, all right? By the way, make sure everything's filled out correctly, right? PPL. I don't know what that is. Paper lead. One person likes it. Anyhow, the point being, make sure all these are optimized as well, because when you're in your own group is a smaller city, a lot more power inside of Google. But when it's a smaller demographic, they will rank on their own. Groups rank really well on their own from Facebook. inside of Google for keywords related to the city that you're pulling from, right? Cool, guys. All right, so that's my group dominance strategy. I am actually thinking about putting out a whole course on that. Call it like, I don't know, like Community Crusher or something along those lines. It's been one of the most successful things I've ever done. Guys, go out, use it. It's so easy. Once you become the leader of that community, money just literally falls at your feet. That sounds like hype. It's not bullshit. It's real. Do it. Who's going to do it? Who's going to try to create their own group and or just go into other groups? Give me a 1, 2, or a keyboard head smash if you're going to do this. And who's pumped up to do that right now? I want to see it. Shane Cart, Mike Gora. Nice, guys. Leonardo, Craig, Matt, Charles, awesome. Steve Cobb. Pumped. Love it, guys. Love it. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. I'm going to go back to my handy-dandy PowerPoint presentation keynote is what I meant to say. Okay. So like I said, and for partners, right? So going to the groups is great for leads and for partners, all the way around, holistically, okay? Chua King and I are developing a strategy on that right now. So if you guys know Chua, he is the man, and he is, I'm going to drop, actually, his tips, and if you guys were looking for the tips and trick yesterday, I thought I had it uploaded. Apparently, my internet crapped out on me last minute. I'll get it up as soon as we're off this webinar, okay? That said, 3, this one is monstrous, okay? I don't know how else to put it. Arbitrage, okay? How many of you guys know what arbitrage is? Please don't make me go to sleep on this microphone right now. Let me hear from you. Who knows what arbitrage is? Okay, all right, good. Okay, it is one of, if not the deadliest PPL lead-getting strategies, period. Okay, this thing is freaking huge. It's so huge that I could do an entire, I would say an entire course, like a $2,000 course, $19.97 with 3 easy installments of $5.95 each on this one strategy. And it would be one of the most successful investments you guys could ever make. However, you guys are PPL Army strong. You're paid members. You get it for free. How cool is that? Right? $97 a month, you guys are going to get some gold right now. Charles, you're right. Okay, so hold on. Let me pop out of here and show you what I'm going to talk about. Now, I'm not going to go through all the high-end, super, ninja hack tips and tricks and tactics for arbitrage, but I am going to explain what it is. And you're going to pick it up really fast. Come to Google, okay? Columbus. Oh, we did Columbus. Give me another demographic, guys. Okay, so what city are you in? Where are you targeting right now? Let's see it. Detroit, D-Town. Okay, and what's your vertical, Leonardo? Oh, real estate again? Dude, I've already gotten to you, man. Somebody else tell me something. Let's see. I'm not going to do you guys. I've already talked about it with you. You guys are getting free coaching over here. What the hell? Okay, so Matt Coleman says, electrician in what city, Matt? We need a city, Matt. Buffalo. Okay. So that's kind of niche. We'll see. Electrician leads Buffalo. It works better in bigger cities, guys. Just so you know. So if you're trying to, you want to shoot for bigger cities. Whoa! Look at this. We got a bunch in there already. Okay, so it works everywhere. I lied. So here we go. Leads for electricians. Get Buffalo customers. Goodzer, okay? Electrician marketing experts. We don't want them. Craftjack, electrician leads. Hell yeah, I'm clicking their ads. They're paying the $2 because I'm going to buy from them. Okay? 25 best electricians. Buffalo, nope. Painter leads, nope. Electrical contractors, nope. Okay, so this is a small one. Again, it does work better in bigger cities. But look, here we've got 2 sites up here, and I took 2 seconds to Google this with you. Goodzer. Get electrical customers. Goodzer delivers. And by the way, hey, yo, if this is your site, Matt, my bad. Call us at this number. That looks like a click to call. Very smart. We could do a lot here to improve the conversion rate on this site. I'll go over that in another week. The theme of this week is not that. It's how to drive tons of free leads. Okay, so you find these sites. Right, here's Craftjack. Look at this. Ready to find new leads? Throw all that in there. Okay, but I like Goodzer. This is the one I would target. I would call them. Okay? And I would say, hey, dude, how much are your leads? I want to buy them from you. And then I would go out, even before buying any leads. Now, here's the trick. Most of these quote-unquote lead companies, right, will sell you their leads at a much more discounted rate than you could expect, and they give you terms. You know, you can ask for 30 days to pay. What about 14 days? What about 90 days? Go aggressive with them. Hey, yeah, that's great, but I'll give you 90 days. I'll pay you in 90 days. You buy these leads, and what you do is you go and turn them around for a profit to your partners that you've already agreed. Let's say these electrical leads. What are you getting right now, Matt, for these electrical leads right now? What are you getting? 125. Matt, not too bad, man. Let's say you go out and you can sell them for, go really low. Just say you sell them for 135. You're making $10 a lead, but these Goodser fellas, they're out there sending you, I don't know, 20, 30 leads a day. That's still $200 or $300 for where you're doing nothing. And if you've got terms, guys, which means you've got time to pay, right, 14 days, a month, 45 days, 90 days. I've got 90 days with some of my potential, I shouldn't say potential, but some of my, I call them lead partners. I don't really have a really great name for it. I'll come up with something. Arbitrage partners? I don't know. I don't want them to know I'm arbitraging them. Put you that way. And you know, to go out 90 days, you're essentially just running a Ponzi scheme, but a legal one and a really smart one because you're not paying for it, one. Okay, and by the way, I never only make just $10 profit per lead. I'm making a hell of a lot more, and legal is a great spot for this. I mean, give me any city in the world, a small one like Jersey City legal leads. I don't know how Jersey City came into my head. You'll find they're just everywhere. Pro legal leads. Need legal leads, you know. So these lead providers are everywhere for legal too. A lot of them for also anything in like the physician space. So if you're looking for, you know, like plastic surgeon leads all over the place, you guys go out, just use a little bit of salesmanship and or find somebody that is very good at sales, closing partners, right? And arbitrage the hell out of it. It's not super complicated. As I said in the beginning, this is a pretty easy business model to make a lot of money passively in. Now, you're going to say, oh, but I've got to buy the leads. Guys, that's why you get the terms. You get paid from your partner before you have to pay the other guy, right? So you're stealing from Peter to give to Paul, and you're keeping a nice chunk because you did the work. It's super easy. And there are ways to automate this, guys. There are ways to super automate this where you have the lead providers that are already out there, established businesses that have done all the hard work, all the heavy lifting on the marketing side, right? And you just have them send the calls to your call that effectively forward. So you've got a double forward going to your partner. Can I get a hell yeah? Who's excited about that, man? How do you negotiate terms? You ask, Ethan. You ask. Or you don't even ask, just assume. Okay, hey, and what are your terms? 14 days? What are your terms? 30 days? Oh, we're working with other companies. Yeah, no, they're doing 90 days. What are you doing? You want it? Oh, weird. Okay. So that's how you do it, man. Right? So all right, guys. So arbitrage. Who wants me to do a webinar on arbitrage? Who wants me to create a whole week of arbitrage ninja hackery? Who wants that? Yeah, Don, Shane, Steve. Cool, man. Nice, guys. Okay, well, these are PPL Army webinars. I'm not selling you shit, obviously. You guys have already been sold. You're in the Army. I love you for doing that. Smart decision. But here's the thing. You've literally got no excuse now. Get out there and do it, right? So take everything I've said. Of course, I record all these guys. It'll be up in the back end of the Army. Get out there and do it. But don't go anywhere. I've got something for you, okay? How many of you guys are still with me? How many of you guys can say PPL Army Strong? Let me get one of them. PPL Army Strong. I hope it's candy. PPL Army Strong, hell yeah. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. I'm going to address something that I think you guys are already probably aware of, and it's regarding General Darren Perkey. How many of you guys have, go Cubs, hell yeah. How many of you guys have an idea on what I'm going to talk about here? Okay, well, I'm just going to come out with it. Darren and I are still on very good terms. I consider Darren to be a close friend. However, he is moving on as a general from the Army. Okay, just so you know, he's moving on as a general from the Army. He's been with us for going on almost, I think, maybe almost 2.5 years. And Darren, you know, of course, has been fantastic for our community. It's been fantastic. He's helped thousands of us, literally, me included. He sure has given a lot, Don. And, he's a great guy, but I think what he's doing is he's moving on to help more on a one-on-one level. He's also moving towards building an agency. I don't know why I don't ever want to have clients, but Darren, is a real special type of guy, and he's moving towards that. He's also moving towards helping people on a high-ticket offer. So it's one-on-one coaching where I don't know how much you're going to pay, but I know I charge $3,000 to $5,000 a month, and I'm sure he's going to be in that range too. From what I understand, Darren feels that he will be more effective. He'll be able to help more people doing that, and that's great. I think it is really good. Now, if you can't afford the $3,000 to $5,000 a month or whatever Darren's charging, I completely understand that. No worries. I am here, guys. I will step up in Darren's stead. I know he's just been so huge and given so much. I really can't thank him enough for that. I think we all owe him a debt of gratitude. And guys, we love the PPL Army. It's not bullshit when we're telling you that. I mean, we don't make a lot of money from this at all. I mean, I literally, all month long, from however many of you guys are paying the $97 a month, we do that so you guys take action. It shows commitment. But this is not even close to my main source of income, guys. I mean, this is 1/100th of my monthly income. So maybe not that. That was an exaggeration. But it's very small compared to some of the other things. But, guys, I think it was the same for Darren, and he was just doing so much for so little. I think he really just may have gotten a little burnt out on that as well. You can only give and give and give for so long, and 2.5 years is a long time, guys. So he was really moving towards a higher ticket, one-on-one coaching strategy. He is by no means not a friend of the Army. He is, of course, always welcome. We thank him for that. Now, that said, here's some cool stuff. No, everything stays in the back end. Training videos, all that good stuff. It's still up there. Don't worry about it. Nothing's getting removed. I am going to be here a hell of a lot more often, guys. I'm having fun. I don't know if you can tell. It's good being back with you. I went out there and I built. See, this is the beauty of Paper Lead. Once you get it set, right? Once you're doing it and it's going on its own, it allows you the chance to get out and start other businesses. And that's exactly what I did. I started a number 2, possibly 3, almost 3, multi-million-dollar businesses. And the time that you guys have been with me in the Army, not even related to Paper Lead, right? Why? Because I like the projects. Could I have built up my PPL to a larger, much more lucrative place where I'm doing possibly 7 figures a month? Yeah, absolutely. But it's not as much fun. I like projects, and I also like, helping people be very successful. So I've helped, I think it's almost 8,000 people now in Amazon be successful, and now I want to help you guys. I'm coming back. I'm gonna be here for you all week long, all the time, guys. And a really, really cool thing, I talked to General Stephanie Franklin today. We all, of course, had the talk about Darren before he left. And Stephanie is going to step up big time. She is really excited about getting in here and becoming, the lead general of the Army. Also, I've got a few other generals on the horizon that are just assassins in their specialty. So SEO, Facebook ads, building funnels. So I'm going to bring in just the best of the best, guys. And I also like to promote from within. So if you're out there and you're like, oh man, that would be cool to be a general in the PPL Army with Brian, dude, show up. Start sending me, your screenshots. Start showing me your action and your earnings. Go out and help other people. Show me that you can literally create other leaders, other paper leaders. Right, and man, I would love to have you in here. And we all get a slice of the pie. Like I said, we're not in this for the money. The $97 a month that you guys pay shows me the commitment, so I can share these tips and tricks that hopefully are, just one nugget can make you thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars over the next year in 2017. Right? So, guys, that's awesome. Darren, I know you're listening, brother. Thank you for everything you've done. Stephanie, I know you're listening. We are more than excited to have you take the seat there and really be the lead general, the 4-star general. It's going to be awesome. Stephanie's a monster. If you guys don't know Stephanie, she closed like 14, 15 attorneys in like a week once. Incredible. Andrew says, thanks, Brian and Stephanie. And what's the question here, CJ? Or CG? Stephanie still mostly gets partners before requiring them to pay. Per her method on the last webinar, I guess it's our preference which one to do. Guys, we have all kinds of different strategies there. If you have a real specific question, post it in the group, tag me, text Stephanie, we'll answer it for you. SEO is still the best long-term lead gen, Shane? Yeah, man, it is, absolutely. We're still focusing on SEO. Dude, I have a 12-year SEO background, so I definitely consider myself an expert in the field. However, there are people out there that are even better than me, and I am looking at a few to bring into the Army as generals too. So that's going to be very cool. But that said, guys, I really think you guys are okay, one more question, Leonardo. What's up, dude? Brian, I have some questions unrelated to the subject of this webinar. When are you going to do some Q&A? Okay, so guys, again, Leonardo, coming back to this. Last thing I'm going to say here, and then I got to rock because I have a family. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to come back to the Army. PPL Army, I'm loving it. Okay. Bam. This, here, know this, love this, print this out, put it on your wall. Every week it will be updated. Map it out Monday. That's when we go through and we make sure everyone knows what's going to be happening during the week. Okay, Tips and Tricks Tuesday. This is where we're going to do some awesome tips and tricks. I know I should have had one up yesterday, but my internet got wonky. I will get it up just after this webinar. Okay, Webby Wednesday. You're on it right now. Okay, Thursday, Leonardo, is when we do the Q&A. All right, so Thursday Q&A, and it is a Facebook Live, and it's going to be awesome. So I will be doing that, maybe with Stephanie. She's actually in Chicago, which I love, and we're getting coffee tomorrow morning. So maybe I'll make a brief appearance from Stephanie, and then Feedback Friday, guys. So this is where I air the interviews I've done with the week with you, with the soldiers in the group. This is where I also do the polls, where you guys get to choose the theme of the week for the following week. So that next Monday, I'll announce the whole thing, and it's just a cycle, guys. I want this to become ingrained. I want you guys to be active. The only way to be successful, get to where you want to be, there's a reason you're in there. There's a reason you're a PPL Army soldier. The only way to hit your goal is to follow repetition and be consistent. Guys, I'm holding a book in my hand right now. I can't see it. Actually, you know what? I could probably turn on my damn webinar. Or I don't know if I can turn this on. Boom. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see me. Where am I? Whoa, there we go. The Slight Edge. This is all about consistency. Every single day, doing the same thing. Little actions that make big differences. Does that make sense? Can I get a hell yeah? All right, guys. You guys are awesome. Shane, everyone on this webinar, PPL Army Strong, guys. I got this mic because the other mic knocked out, but I'll get this one fixed soon enough. I'll sound even better. This one kind of sounds crappy. Also, funny enough, I'm on live here with you guys. I will be doing a few giveaways. We are getting some swag, so like PPL Army T-shirts, hats, all kinds of really cool stuff, guys. And I want to be giving those out to you as well. You're gonna love them, dude. They look awesome. They're in the same font as the slides here, so I don't know if you can see that, but really, really cool. All right, guys. So I love you. Go out there, take action. I'll upload this into the Army members area, into what we're calling the barracks. And other than that, get at me on the group if you have any questions. All right, guys. Big kiss. Bye.